Good morning. It's a beautiful Thursday in May. Thought I'd take a little time today and kind of give you an idea of what we're doing with a Deltaweld 500. We've got a Deltaweld 500 power source here. I think it came with an Intelex feeder on it, correct? I've already taken the side cover off, so you can see here's the interconnect board here. This is the main source of power. Basically, your input power comes in here. It comes through our SR1, which you can't see because it is behind the interconnect board, but the AC voltage comes in on these 3 points here, converts it over to DC voltage here, and that's how the rest of the interconnect board gets its power. We do the pre-power checks because there's potential that these capacitors are still storing voltage. If there was a failed component on the interconnect board, that could be possible. You just want to make sure before you're sticking your hands in the equipment that you make sure there's 0 volts present. You don't want to cause yourself any damage, or you don't want to cause further damage to the equipment. Like I said, with this one, the customer said that they had a short to ground issue with when they were air arcing. I think the tag says grounding issue from the air arc. You take that for what it's worth. Nobody told me if there was something blowing up on the inside of the machine. No one told me if the machine shut off, restarted. We're not really sure. So what we do is we go through the pre-power checks. And for that, I print off the pre-power checks and I go through them one by one. So for that here, I've already done the discharge portion of it. I've also already tested the SR1 right here. That's passed and it's in spec. My next test is going to be the pre-power checks for the power modules. And on this machine, you can't see the power modules because they are behind the interconnect board. But here is where we test power module 1. You can see up there it says PM1 up there. My camera would get right. Below there is power module number 2, power module number 3, and power module number 4. And for that, it gives you locations of each power module, and it gives you the gate leads we want to use, or our positive lead goes on C1. If we're going to go off P1, the first check, because there are 2 diodes per power module. C1 to C2E1, plug 50, pin 1 is where we're going to gate it. Got C1 with the red, positive, C2E1 with the negative, and our gate lead is already connected right here. To test that, basically we have this fancy IGBT tester here. You press the button, the light goes out, everything is working like it should. If you are to press the button and the light doesn't come on, or if you press the button, release the button, and the light stays on, we know we've got a failed power module. In that case, you would have to replace a set of power modules. This machine has 4, but you would replace them in a pair of power module 1 and 2, or power module 3 and 4. But if you want to go through each power module to make sure that they're in spec before moving along with the pre-power checks. But that was just one of the pre-power checks that I thought was pretty neat. So with that, that's all I got for today. Thanks a lot.